Hi, I'm Diana Watt, and today I had the pleasure of talking to Rachel Reilly, winner of Big Brother 13 on CBS. So we're going to get right to the interview because it's a kind of a long one, but I hope you enjoy this conversation with Rachel. Hi, Rachel, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm excited to be talking to you.
Well, that's good. I'm excited to be talking to you too because I've been a fan for 2 years. So I was a fan
Yay.
during season 12 when it wasn't really popular to be a fan. So.
I know. When everyone hated me.
Not everyone, but a good portion. So let's talk about that real quick. CBS, during your first season, I know you're good with CBS right now because A, you won 500,000 from them,
Yeah.
and they gave you a honeymoon. But did you feel at one point that CBS was purposely targeting you to be the butt of the joke?
I think that CBS, well, first of all, I think CBS is a network, so I think that they just air Big Brother. I don't think that they have much to do with what is edited and how the show is run. I think CBS is just a network, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the production, Allison Grogner Productions, are the people that are the ones that are really producing the show, and they're the ones that are editing it, and they go off of how things are, how things are perceived, and they have a storyline that they have to fulfill, and, we all play a character, we sign up for it, so I don't think that the production company that is involved with Big Brother is doing anything more than what we signed up for originally. I think that they
Politically correct, huh?
yeah, no, I think that they have a story that they want to write and that they want to get across, and that it's got to be really difficult when they're filming us 24/7 to even kind of edit things how they're perceived and everything like that. So I think that they're doing the best job that they can.
Okay. So when the going on the talk this year, how was that different than last year's?
Oh, it was so fun to go on the talk. I had such a great time. I got to meet Julie and Sarah, and Molly Shannon was there that day, and Kris Kardashian, or Kris Jenner. So it was like really fun. It was really cool to get to go on the talk and win my honeymoon, and it was just a really fun atmosphere. And I think the talk is such a fun show. I'm such a big fan of the talk anyways. So getting to go on the talk, I just wish that like Sharon would have been there. That would have made it like all come true.
I like the talk because it's about families and moms and not just 24/7 celebrity gossip.
Right, and it's not just like well, I don't really like The View because I feel like they just are so opinionated.
Political.
Yes, very political, and they just shove their opinions down your throat. Where on the talk, I think that those girls, they're just like, yeah, this is what I think, and this is like, a mom's point of view, and then they all have different points of view, but it works really well. So I really like the talk.
I prefer their style because it is more about women and being a mom and family and all that stuff. So
yes, I agree.
Okay, so some of our questions that we have from fans, they want to know, what is it like, how long does it take to get acclimated to life outside of Big Brother once it's all, because there's so much hoopla when you leave.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
I think it's been really difficult for Brendan and I this year because we've been so busy. Like, we haven't had a chance to even really breathe, and now we're just finally starting to get a little bit settled, but we just have had so much going on, and we were looking for an apartment, and we were looking at buying property, and we were doing a few appearances, and we were doing interviews left and right, and we filmed for The Bold and the Beautiful, and then we were doing interviews for that, and I think just getting adjusted to moving to LA at the same time, and everything, I think Brendan and I are still getting, reacclimated with society and readjusted to being outside the house. Last year, it was really crazy because you go in when you're new, and you come out and people know who you are, so it's really weird. It's crazy, like, getting adjusted to that and getting used to having people know who you are and people recognizing you. And this year, it's even crazier for me, like everywhere, like literally everywhere I go. Not even kidding you, I went to a McDonald's. I was in North Carolina last week, and it was really cute, but like, we stopped. We were driving to my college. I went to Western Carolina, and I went there for homecoming, and we were going to do this, like, I went on the game ball, or I gave the game ball, and I, like, was doing a flip with the president of the UC systems, or not UC, UNC systems. And anyways, he was doing the flip, and I was, like, giving the game ball, so we were, like, out there together for homecoming. And so we drove back. Well, everyone knew me, obviously, at Western, but then we were driving back to Charlotte from Western, North Carolina, and we stopped at McDonald's, because, like, I love McDonald's, and we just wanted to get some food. So we go in. I'm not even kidding you. We were there for 2 minutes. I had on sunglasses and a hoodie. We're there for 2 minutes. I don't know how they recognized me. Must be my hair. And the people at McDonald's were freaking out. Like, the cashier jumped over the counter and was taking pictures with her camera phone. The people in the back, the fry cooks, were taking pictures. Not to mention all the people in the entire McDonald's. So then they start calling all their friends and family, who then come up to McDonald's. And I'm just like, oh my God. And they're like, this is crazy. This is so fun that you're at McDonald's and taking pictures with everyone. And I'm like, yeah, I love McCafe. Like, it was so funny. And then, you know, it was just crazy because this one woman, she was so sweet. Like, bless her heart, her little daughter was, like, the biggest Rachel fan ever. So she's like, please just wait for 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay. So we're at McDonald's, like, 5 minutes talking. And, like, at this point, it was like I went there with my mom and my sister and my friend. And then now we have, like, a whole, like, table of people asking questions. It's like a forum at McDonald's. I'm like, this is crazy. But then their family started showing up. And so I was like, oh, my gosh, if I don't get out of here, the whole town is going to, like, come to McDonald's. So
did you meet the little girl?
Yeah, I met the little girl. She's so cute. Oh, my gosh. She recorded a video. Okay, so she walks in, and she's like, I'm back, bitches. And I was like, you're 4 years old. It was so cute, though. I mean, oh, my gosh. I died. But it was really fun.
Okay, so speaking of your family, last year they had a hard time after the show. This year?
Yeah, I think that they were really happy with the way that the show turned out. You know, last year it was crazy because nobody liked me, and I had more haters than I had people that were even pro Rachel. And it was really tough because for me, like, you know, I talked about it a lot on the show. You watched all the feeds, and I had a really hard time dealing with it just because it was like I didn't view myself the way that a lot of these people were viewing me, and I couldn't understand why they were viewing me that negatively. And I was, like, wondering, because I was like, why don't they take a step back and think about, like, situations? But, you know, people don't do that on the show. So I would have to explain myself constantly, and I kind of think I went into a little bit of a, like, depression maybe, because I was just so sad about how people were treating me and how they were responding to me from season 12, and it was really, really difficult. And I think I see a lot of that happening to Shelly now, and I know that it's just hard because you're not used to having that kind of stuff happen in your life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this year, it's been great because I have all these new fans. Like, I didn't even know. I mean, I got off the show and people were like, you have 1 million people that love you. And I was like, you're lying. Like, I was shocked. And I just didn't realize that I would have changed the perception of myself that much from people really just can't standing me last year. And even in the beginning of the season to by the end of the season, they were all rooting for me to win. And even people that didn't like me wanted me to win over anyone else. So that was really cool. It's just a really cool thing, and it just kind of also goes to show how, you know, how fickle people can be, and how you can't really base what people say or what people, you know, talk about based on, you have to do it for yourself. Like, you're there for yourself, you have to be confident with yourself, and you can't really worry about what other people think.
Right. I was just talking to Shelly recently, and she said that she'd never gone into a chat room or a Big Brother board, and she didn't know that they rip people to shreds over the way they chew, you know, everything they do. Now, I'm not saying that people don't do things in the Big Brother house that are, you know, worthy of dislike, let's put it that way. They do, but that, you know, in the end it's a game. But if you don't go into it prepared, you're coming out with a big shock, aren't you?
Oh, a huge shock. And I think that that's what happened to me in season 12 because I had no idea. I mean, I was a fan of the show on CBS, but I was not a fan of the live feeds, and I was never really involved with the whole Big Brother community. I mean, I didn't realize that they would just tear you apart for the littlest thing. I mean, they see something they don't like, and there's someone that they're going to make a huge deal about it, and that's on the internet, so it's like you're there forever. And, you know, people just they want to follow your life, and they want to, like, hate on you. Maybe it makes them feel better, I'm not sure, but, yeah, it's tough, because if you don't expect it, then you're really, you know, you're in for a surprise. And it doesn't matter if you're the most liked or you're the most hated. Like, someone is going to hate you.
Right.
Yeah, and someone's going to be mean to you.
Yeah, Jordan had plenty of haters this year.
Yeah, yeah.
If you were to go on certain forums that are fairly big in the Big Brother community, it was kind of shocking at how many people just ripped her to shreds on a daily basis. So you can be as likable as anybody possibly can be and still have haters. Haters,
for sure.
That's what they do, you know. So,
Yes.
all right.
100%.
So let's talk about, is this your new house?
Yes, it is. Well, it's not a house, but Brendan and I are still renting. We're waiting to buy a house. We'll probably buy one next year, like in January or something. But this is our new loft, our apartment that we're renting, and it's great because last year we lived in a studio, and it was like literally 300 square feet, the size of the Big Brother kitchen, maybe. Not even that big.
Right.
It fit a bed, and like we didn't have a table. We had a bed that we would eat on the bed, and like a couch. It was so little, but you know, it was good. It was for our.
Does Ben have a little yard to run in?
No, he doesn't. I wish he did, but he has plenty of area. We take him on he goes on like 2-mile jogs in the morning, and then last night Brendan took him on a 4-mile run, and we take him out at least, you know, he goes out maybe 3 or 4 miles a day for jogging. So
yeah,
I don't think he can complain.
So what are your plans for the future? You just did Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes, we did.
You have fun on that show every time you do it, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love The Bold and the Beautiful. It's so much fun. Seriously, if I could do it every day, I would. You wake up in the morning, and you take a shower. You don't even have to dry your hair. They do all full hair and makeup. So you get there, and you just kind of show up. And they're like, they primp you, they curl your hair, they like do extensions for you. They put on your makeup. So you like go, you're just a princess for the day. And then you go and you film all day, and it's obviously a job, but it's so much fun. I love it. Like, I love the cast, and I love the people I work with there on Bold and the Beautiful, and it's so fun to just talk to these soap opera stars, because they're like, you listen to their stories, and especially with the lessening of soap operas, and with so many have been canceled, you hear what they talk about, but honestly, like, I don't think Bold and Beautiful is going anywhere. They win Emmys, like, every year. They're great. They're fun soap opera. I followed them forever. My grandmother loved them, my Nana, you know, so